Final injury report and keys of victory for Washington against the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. Son, we're without 5. We're without 17, 85, 87. We are without a lot of players. We're going to be all right tomorrow?
I hope so, man. I don't know, Jim.
No, I know. It's the Atlanta Falcons at the end of the day, but let's talk about it. CVS length receipt of an injury list for the Washington Commanders going into week 4. It is Saturday, September 27th. Tomorrow, we taking the wheel at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Week 4, we are now the underdogs in this game. We are 2.5-point underdogs because Jaden Daniels is out. Terry McLaurin is out. Noah Brown is out. John Bates is out. And of a last couple minutes ago, Percy Butler is out. That's a special teams ace. I don't know if I really wanted to see Percy Butler on the field, but with Will Harris being out,
he was going to touch the field.
He was going to touch the field. We did sign someone this week, Darnell Savage. Darnell Savage. He thinks Darnell Savage is a GOAT. Darnell Savage coming into this league that we should have drafted in 2019, 2020. Darnell Savage was a GOAT, but he's still young and he still has something left in him.
Like 28. I think we could meld him into something.
I think he's going to end up being the major contributor next to Quan Martin at safety because Jeremy Reeves, I need to see. It's kind of like with Marcus Mariota, the backup quarterback. At some point, the carriage has to turn into a pumpkin again, and he's a special teams player. But he said, "Don't box me in as a special teams player. I played safety. I come into the league as a safety, so we'll see." What name on this list concerns you? Are we going to see our guy tomorrow? Is our guy Bill finna get active tomorrow?
Yes.
How many touches?
Bill Krosky-Merritt.
How many touches for Bill tomorrow, son?
I think he splits a lot of them with C-Rod and McNichols, but I think Bill gets his double-digit touches this week.
So knee injury doesn't concern you because knee is a problem. His whole position relies on knees, and
that is a thing.
It could be just precaution, though. You know, it could be kind of like how they're doing it with Jay. I don't think Jaden's that hurt. I think he's the quarterback, and they feel like we could survive these next couple weeks with Marcus more so.
Because Bill didn't get any touches after that touchdown, right?
No, he didn't touch the ball again.
Yeah. Do you think he got hurt on that play then?
I don't know, but he didn't practice this week. And players that don't practice, unless they're like the quarterback, I don't necessarily see them being a focal part of the game plan. But as I look at this injury list, we got some good news on Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin, his quad does not require surgery. He will not be going on IR. IR is a minimum 4-week sentence. 4 weeks out. When do you think Terry is back? Do you think he's back for Jaden homecoming week in LA next week?
I think he needs to be back. No, he does need to be back for next week against the Chargers.
Do you think he's going to be back next week? Because I don't.
I think he needs to be back, and I think he will be back next week. Because I feel like they're not making a big enough deal out of it for him to be out for a long period of time.
That's crazy that this didn't even have to happen. Like, this didn't even have to happen, man. Everything was
didn't get caught.
Yeah, you know, I know the ball was thrown a little bit behind him. And yes, he did score. I've seen the TV copy and the replays. His knee wasn't down. But how Terry is it for him to get injured on a play where he's caught from behind and trying to work his way into the end zone, man? But we need him back on the field. My son thinks he's back for the Chargers game. You know how pessimist brain Rio thinks. I told y'all when the Jaden shit happened, pack him up for 2 weeks. Pack him up for 2 weeks. I'll see you at SoFi Stadium. For Terry, soft tissue injury, which we always feared could happen with the hold-in, not practicing situation. Your hair is fine. Stop playing with your hair. But Terry, I don't think we see him until Dallas. We play Dallas when? October 19th? October 19th. I think he misses this week. I think he misses the Chargers game. I think the next time we see Terry McLaurin is in our next divisional game versus the Dallas Cowboys on October 19th, which takes me to the main character, the centerpiece of it all. When do we see Jaden again, son?
Jaden? Yeah. Homecoming, what? The week 5 against the Chargers, LAC.
LAC, man. Hey, they're going to be undefeated coming into it because I don't see the Giants in any way beating them in Jackson Dart's debut tomorrow. But Washington has to take care of business. No Jaden, no Terry. I think Jaden's back next week. I think based on the demeanor of that press conference I watched Jaden do the other day, he is mad as shit that he didn't play this week.
Jaden could have played this week.
And he could have played last week, but we're being a cautious team. We're not gonna force our quarterback out there, but at some point, Marcus Mariota is going to look like the Mariota that didn't pan out in the league. At some point, a backup looks like a backup, but I don't think it's going to be this week. I think he's able to secure back-to-back encore revenge games, and this one means something different. Did you finish the first season of quarterback?
Yes, I finished the first
You
season.
saw what happened with Mariota.
He just walked out, bro.
Yeah, he chucked the deuces, went AWOL on the team.
Because they started, was it Desmond Ridder?
Desmond Ridder, yeah, his Jiffy Lube mechanic face ass, yeah. And Mariota was like, cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm going to go ahead and take paternity leave, and I'm going to get these PTO hours. It didn't end well. It ended sour in Atlanta, meaning he's looking for revenge in 2025. So this is the injury report on Washington side of things. No Bates, no Brown, no Jaden, no Terry, and no Percy Butler. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt's going to give it a go. Trey Amos is going to play. Colson Yankoff is going to play. And the only big one for the Atlanta Falcons, their superstar number one cornerback, A.J. Terrell, who had Terry in a straitjacket on Sunday Night Football last year. He's not playing. He's out. Ooh. So it's an eye for an eye for the wide receiver matchup. So keys to victory for Washington. I'm going to give you my first one, and then you can give me yours. Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel. I don't care. Boy, y'all better run him till his tongue is hanging out his mouth. He still needs to return kicks. He needs to be number one receiver. He needs to get carried. Deebo better prepare to get the most touches he's ever gotten in a game, because we are without Terry. And that room is very bare minimum after him. Jalen Lane hasn't found his hands yet. Luke McCaffrey caught a touchdown last week. Maybe he can build on that. Chris Moore legacy game. But
actually, this might sound crazy because he hasn't been catching the ball lately, but I think Jalen Lane could have a game this week. I think with Terry gone, like, we might have to rely on the slot a little bit more. I think Jalen Lane's gonna have a game this week.
And you did. You're going just like you did the game. I told you. So Lo Rio says Jalen Lane has a game this week, but I just think the main idea should be sticking to what you know. What they say, stick to the stuff you know. Shout out to the Status Quo, High School Musical. If you know, you know. But Deebo Samuel and Zach Ertz, don't make this any difficult than it needs to be. Get the ball to those guys and run the football again. I don't care. I'm done caring about how many carries they give Bill. We are a committee. And the committee in D.C., it includes the quarterback. It includes Deebo. Shit, it can include Jalen Lane, too, because he's the fastest player of the – find a way to run for 160 to 200 yards. Get the ball to the players that you knew. Zach Ertz, Deebo Samuel, and company. Nobody has to be a superhero. Moving to the defensive side of the ball. Put pressure on Michael Penix. He's still a rookie. He's what, seventh start? He's still halfway through his rookie year of his NFL career.
A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, they do forget.
He barely played last year.
Yeah, he was on like his what?
It was the Kirk Cousins show to like week 14.
Yep, and he barely played football last year. So you got to make him play like a rookie. And based on what we've seen on tape so far this year, he still got a lot of that rookie tendency and shit in him.
Last week was bad.
Yeah, last week versus the
30-0.
Divisional games, it could be like that. Bryce Young and company winning 3 straight against your football team. You know, that is not the greatest sign of things to come. But defensively, make Michael Penix look like a rookie. What you got defensively for us? What you want this week?
I want our first turnover this week. I want our first turnover.
Who's gonna be a hero and force the first turnover of the season?
I think Penix throws a pick this week.
Who's catching it?
Mikey Sanders-Steele.
You know, that would feel, even though I feel like Trey Amos feels like
be Amos, but I want it to be Mikey.
I want it to be Mikey because Mikey's not playing well right now.
I mean, second most tackles on the team.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Luger.
cool. Mikey is not a linebacker. Mikey is not a line. I don't need him collecting tackle. I need him better in coverage. And in coverage, he's been a little shaky. So that would be a good morale boost. Him or Lattimore would be huge for the morale.
Lattimore
of
would
the
be
defense.
crazy.
Yeah.
Lattimore would be crazy.
Lattimore needs some good PR, man. He needs some good PR.
Lattimore over like Drake London, though.
Yeah, that would be crazy, bro. I mean, Lattimore played well last week, but there wasn't much competition. These wide receivers are real on Atlanta.
Yeah, Drake London, I honestly, that's very scary because, of course, Mikey can't touch Drake London. It's going to be Amos on Drake London, right?
Oh, well, that's going to be a combination. Whoever lines up in front of him, because they got a three-headed monster. They got two on the outside. Darnell Mooney is a dog. Drake London's a dog. And Ray McLeod is really good. Don't mind that stupid-ass number he wears. He wears like number 34 as a wide receiver, and it looks fucking nuts, but he's a good receiver. And Kyle Pitts was supposed to be the most generational tight end in history. Let's not make him look like that, because I've had nightmares of Bobby guarding Kyle Pitts up the seam, and that's not where.
Bro, we better not awaken Kyle Pitts, bro.
Yeah, we better not. Yeah, he ain't popped off yet. Let's not be the Disney story ending for Kyle Pitts in this league. They fired a coach this week. They fired our old friend Ike Hilliard, who used to be our wide receivers coach. Yeah, sometimes in the NFL, the owner needs a body. The owner needs a head to put on a spike, and he's not ready to fire the head coach, so somebody got to go. What about last week and watching Michael Penix throw the ball to the Panthers made you say, let's fire the wide receivers coach?
Nothing.
Let's fire the wide receiver. Like, damn, what F me for? What did I do? I don't know. But you cannot lose to this football team. More keys to victory in just a second. But first, here's a word from today's sponsor. The NFL season is here, which means you have a chance to win 1,000 times your cash on daily fantasy. Football has never been more exciting than it is with players like Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Jamar Chase. Pick on stats for these stars like touchdowns, passing yards, receiving yards, fantasy points, and more. We're up to a 1,000 times payout on Sleeper. Get your picks right and you could win big using promo code RIO91. That was promo code RIO91, and you'll get up to a $100 match bonus on your first deposit. Terms and conditions may apply. Make 1,000 times your cash on the Sleeper app using code RIO91. But son, we're talking about a football team that did not cross the opponent's 30-yard line for 60 minutes last week.
0 red zone visits.
0. And I believe they recovered a muffed punt at some point in the game and didn't do anything with it. This is not a team Washington can afford to lose to. We lost our first game this year versus who? The Packers. The Green Bay Packers. NFC team. Conference team. You know what happened?
Lost to the Browns.
At the end of the year, exactly. At the end of the year, when playoff seeding and divisional and all that, when it goes to tiebreakers and stuff, your record versus the conference is significant to how seeding and winning tiebreakers work. You cannot have a loss on your record to this Atlanta Falcons team. The same Falcons team we've beat 4 times in a row. Yes, that has nothing to do with right now. We beat them last year on Sunday Night Football. We beat them with Sam Howell in the Howell versus Ritter horrible draft class bowl. I've watched us beat Mariota off a tipped interception, a tipped Deron Payne interception on the final drive of the game. And I watched us go up to Atlanta back, I think it was the 2020 COVID season, and get a dub. DeAndre Carter housed the kick that game. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. I know me personally, I'm going 33-17. I got us going out and having another performance like we did versus the Raiders last week. What is your score prediction for this one, son?
It's definitely 5 touchdowns. I'm trying to think, though.
5 touchdowns?
5 touchdowns.
What do you mean 5 touchdowns? Like we're scoring 5 touchdowns?
touchdowns?
That's a lot. So that's 35 points.
Yes, that's 35 points.
So no field goals?
Actually, okay. Let's call it 4 touchdowns and a field goal then.
So 31.
So 31 to 21.
31 to 21. 31 to 21. Who is your MVP? Who is your X factor of the game? Let me hear some predictions.
My X factor of the game? Honestly, like, of course, other than the quarterback, I'd say the X factor of the game is Deebo Samuel. Kind of like you said earlier.
Easy.
I think it's Deebo with 2 touchdowns.
Don't overcomplicate it. Stick to what you know. Deebo is the only certified receiver on the roster right now. I'm going to do something that I've never done on this channel before. My X factor for Sunday is Lucas McCaffrey. My boy Luke is going to score for 2 weeks in a row. Luke's going to have 5 catches on Sunday. Luke's gonna have 5 catches on Sunday because Luke is now forced into being a main character a lot sooner than he's ready to be. There is no choice this week but for guys like Lane and Luke to step up. Terry and Noah Brown. It's not just Terry. Terry and Noah Brown's often injured ass is not playing tomorrow. So the wide receiver group is Deebo Samuel, Jalen Lane, Luke McCaffrey, Chris Moore, and whoever they bring up at the end of the day. So
I think Jalen Lane is especially gonna be a threat because, like, if he catches the ball after the catch, he's gone, bro.
Yeah, he's
gone.
And that's why I need Cliff to watch some college football, dig in his bag. You just need to find ways to isolate Lane out in space and make guys have to tackle him because no one's catching him when he hits top speed. When he hits top speed, see ya. Chucking up the dude's gone. But I got Luke McCaffrey with 5 catches and a touchdown, whether that's a return or whether that's a receiving touchdown. Maybe it's a reverse or something. Also, bold prediction. We're gonna do a trick play tomorrow. I think a trick play.
A very well thought out trick.
I think we're gonna see Luke throw a pass to Mariota or some shit.
That would be crazy.
Luke, what I see, he better have, as long as there's no defender nearby that could come and hospital ball our boy. But I think we're gonna pull out a trick play or something. So you are predicting we get a turnover this week.
Yeah, I'm predicting a turnover this week.
You're predicting an interception from Michael Penix.
Yeah, but no, Michael Penix. Oh yeah. Sorry for Michael Penix. Yes.
I don't have us forcing a turnover because I can't believe that we're capable of them, but I think we're going to get to the quarterback. We lead the league in pressure rates. We lead the league in third down defense. The defense looks good other than the fact that
sack would be amazing.
Yep, Von Miller, Dorrance. I think Dorrance is going to force the first turnover of the year. I think a strip sack from Dorrance Armstrong is going to be what gets it done. I just don't know if it's going to be this week. But in a 33-17 game, if there's no turnover force this week, there might not be a turnover force at any point this season.
Actually, I can see one in week 6, if not this week, though.
Week 6. That's the Bears game. Oh, when Caleb come to town, we better be on our best shit. That's the night before my birthday too. But as I put this game, let's talk about the kicker for a second. What does Matt Gay need to show you on Sunday to give you confidence? Or are you good after you saw the 56-yarder?
For Matt Gay, I just need every extra point. And like honestly, I just need to see his range be in effect and give me like 55. Give me 55 at least.
I'm
give
cool.
me 55.
I'm cool on range. Look, listen, man. The key of this video has been sticking to what you know. Matt Gay, we were told inside of 50, you don't miss. You missed a 37-yard field goal. That's a chip shot. I can kick a 37-yard field goal. Can I really? No, but for the sake of this video, I can kick a 37-yard video. I can kick a 37-yard field goal. If you are inside of 50 in a dome where air condition has nothing to do with where the ball's going, no wind direction, make your field goal. Above 50, I'm not tripping because that's not your game. Stick to what you know and make all your extra points, and we're good on that end. Who leads the team in rushing tomorrow, son?
Who's the team in rushing tomorrow? This is going to be crazy, but honestly, I don't even like if Bill's actually as hurt as he is, seeing as he missed practice on Wednesday and Thursday. I have C-Rod leading us in rushing tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna go Chris Rodriguez. I think Chris Rodriguez with a close Marcus Mariota in second because Mariota might be on demon time.
Mariota, with the team we're going against, Mariota's about to go crazy.
Yeah, he might.
Mario, I'm seeing 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing, and I'm seeing 2 passing touchdowns. 1 rushing, like
so just like you predicted on Sunday, you had it if Acorn Head didn't get hawked and the refs and leave it up to the refs. Don't ever leave it up to refs. I know people like to blame games and results on referees. Don't put things in the hand of the zebras because they will take your money and they will take your points away from you at the end of the day. Lil Rio has it 31-21. I have it 33-17. I don't care how it gets done. You come out of Atlanta 3-1, and it is a contender showdown. Homecoming week for Jaden, which we expect to be back next week versus the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't think we force a turnover this week. Lil Rio says we forcing a turnover this week. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want to say, like, we better see Terry back next week, bro.
Yeah,
Because, like,
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, Jim. It's a quad injury.
Jalen Lane anytime touchdown next week, bro. Believe it.
Hey, it's not next week. It's we talking about tomorrow.
Sorry, tomorrow. What am I
Okay,
talking
there we go.
about?
Tomorrow, Jalen Lane anytime touchdown.
Jalen Lane anytime touchdown.
What if he housed another punt this week?
That would be great. 2 in a row.
He almost had 2 last week. Though we almost returned 3 kicks last week. We almost returned 4 because Lane took one to the crib. Debo almost took one to the crib. Luke should have took one to the crib, and Lane almost took another one to the crib. Let me find out. We got the best special teams in the whole league. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Coach Izzo for getting our special teams right.
Then there's the kicker.
And there's the kicker. But Matt Gay straightening out. He's been straightening out a little bit more each week. That 56-yard kick may have been everything he needed to have his morale going forward. Lil Rio's going to his first homecoming tonight, pulling out the sky blue Jayden draft pick. We're going to do a film breakdown on Lil Rio's outfit on the channel during the watch party tomorrow. It's a Dos Rio Productions, as my boy Paul Kyoko would like to call it. From Big Rio and Lil Rio, let's get this dub tomorrow, baby.
Deuces.
We out.